जन्मभूमि मम पुरी सुहावनी।
जय सिया राम, जय सिया राम।
Good morning all of you, and you are watching News9 Mediaverse. I am Kartikeya Sharma, and today is a very special day. Today is a day which will be accounted for next 100 years. Today is the day when the deity of Lord Ram Lalla will undergo what we say in Hindi, Pran Pratishtha. It's not going to be a long day, but day has a huge significance. It's a short ceremony in Ayodhya today, and the country is all set to witness the historic Pran Pratishtha in just few hours. The holy city of Ayodhya is fully decked up ahead of the mega ceremony to welcome visitors, as well as Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who will attend the grand event as a special guest. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to lead the Pran Pratishtha ceremony for the idol of Ram Lalla in Ayodhya Temple Sanctum Sanctorum. The temple will be open to the general public from January 23rd. In today's discussion, I'll be joined by Sadhvi Pragya, Vanya Arya, Ratan Mohan Sharma, classical singer, Neena Rai, author of The Amazing Ayodhya, and in the studio I'm joined by my colleague, my input editor, Brijesh Pandey. There are a lot of colors to be shared with you. There are a lot of people who have studied Ayodhya, whom we have interviewed, will share their views with you. There are a lot of people outside who are excited because it's like a festival in Ayodhya. We will show it to you. And most importantly, what does it mean? But before we get into the politics of it, I think the most important aspect is, what is the meaning of Pran Pratishtha? How will the deity be welcomed? What's the process? I think a lot of these things fall in the gap. But today, I start my discussion by asking you, Brijesh, how big is this milestone?
Well, Kartikeya, in one word, it's an epoch moment which carries the actual ceremony would not be more than 40 minutes. But the fact of the matter is that it carries a history of at least 200 years of civilizational fight, politics, the fight for Ram Temple, and finally, going through courts, the tedious, laborious process of going through courts, and finally you see the Pran Pratishtha of Ram Lalla Virajman there at the Ayodhya's temple site. It's a historical moment, and the fact is that it is something which is not only religious in nature, it is something which has also shaped the political narrative of this country, and it has been a dominant political narrative ever since the Kar Seva began, which will ideally culminate today when the Pran Pratishtha will be done today, and it is something which is going to shape the political future of at least next 50 years of political narrative. So this is one issue which is religious in nature. This is one issue which is very close to heart of millions and millions of Indians, and this is also one issue which is extreme political in nature, if I may say so.
Okay, I'm joined by Vanya Arya. He's a Vedic scholar. Ratan Mohan Sharma is a classical singer, and Neena Rai, author of The Amazing Ayodhya. But first of all, I'll go to Ratan Mohan Sharma. Mr. Sharma, am I audible to you? जी शर्मा जी, मैं पहली चीज तो मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि आपसे संवाद मैं गद्य में करूं या मैं आपसे संवाद पद्य में करूं। मुझे लगता है कि संवाद की शुरुआत राम भजन से होनी चाहिए।
जी, मैं नमस्कार, मेरा आप सबको नमस्कार और जय श्री राम। मैं भगवान राम के जन्म का एक पद सुना रहा हूं आपको। आज सुदिन शुभ घरी सुहाई, रूपशील गुण धाम राम नृप, रूपशील गुण धाम राम नृप, भवन प्रगट भय आई, आज सुदिन शुभ घरी सुहाई, रूपशील 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 गुण धाम राम नृप, प्रगट भवन प्रगट भय आई, आज सुदिन शुभ घरी सुहाई, अति पुनीत मधुमास लगन ग्रह, बार जोग समुदाय, हर्षवत चर अचर भूमि सुर, तन रुह पुलक जनाए, आज सुदिन शुभ घरी सुहाई, आज सुदिन शुभ घरी सुहाई, बरसहि विबुध निकर कुसुमावली, नव दुदोबी बजाई, कौसल्यादि मातु मन हर्षित, यह सुख बरनि न जाई, आज सुदिन शुभ घरी सुहाई, सुनि दशरथ सुत जन्म लिए, सब गुरुजन विप्र बोलाई, वेद विहित कर क्रिया परम सुचि, आनंद पूरन समाई, आज सुदिन शुभ घरी सुहाई, रूपशील गुण धाम राम नृप, भवन प्रगट भय आई, आज सुदिन शुभ घरी सुहाई, सहज सिंगार किए बनिता चले, मंगल विपुल बनाई, गावहि देहि आशीष मुदित, चिरंजीव तनय सुखदाई, आज सुदिन शुभ घरी सुहाई, अभी सुखी भय सुर सत भूमि सुर, थल जन मन मलिनाई, अविरल अमल अनूप भगति दृढ़, तुलसीदास तब पाई, आज सुदिन शुभ घरी सुहाई। तो ये आज भगवान के जन्म का है पद। मगर ये हमारे लिए तो आज भगवान का जन्म ही हुआ है, और हमारी जो आस्था का जन्म हुआ है, हमारे जो भगवान जो रोम रोम में बसे हुए हैं, उनका आज जन्मदिन है। उनका आज प्राण प्रतिष्ठा मतलब जन्मदिन ही है।
वेरी ब्यूटीफुली पुट, वेरी ब्यूटीफुली पुट। आप जाइएगा नहीं, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि इस तरह से 2-3 और हमको जो जिसे सोहर भी बोलते हैं कई जगह, वो मुझे लगता है सुनने पड़ेंगे। हमारे साथ वन्य आर्य जी भी मौजूद हैं। वन्य आर्य जी,
Namaste.
namaste. Lot of people would like to know as to why this particular time, why this particular nakshatra has been chosen. Can you just take us through how have they decided on the day?
Sure, I will. So, first of all, congratulations to everyone. This is the day has come for which the country was waiting from last 500 years. So finally, this auspicious day has come, where we are going to start with the Pran Pratishtha of Ram Lala, and very auspicious day today. Abhijit Muhurat, this Pran Pratishtha is going to happen. Apart from that, today is Sarvar Siddhi Yoga also. And also we have Mesh Lagan and Margshira Nakshatra. So all these, are very auspicious. As per today's day, it will going to be start at 12:30. So 12:29, it will be for 8 seconds. And then for 12:30, it will be for 32 seconds. And Suryadev, like sun god, is also in Uttarayan. This is once again a very auspicious thing, I would say. Because whenever the sun god is in Uttarayan, that the direction, the gati of Suryadev is becomes very auspicious, because from 14th of January, the sun has entered into from Dhanu Rashi to Makar Rashi. So once again, this is very auspicious, and this was the time when Bhishma Pitama also, he has in the front of Suryadev, he in the Uttarayan, he has given his pran. So this is once again very, I would say, the remarkable time into the Indian history, where Sri Ram has.
Correct.
This was the day.
Is it correct that you don't have Abhijit Nakshatra? The Lord Krishna removed him.
See, Abhijit Nakshatra is always used for the most auspicious time. Whenever we don't get any thing which is more auspicious, so there we put that thing into the Abhijit Muhurat. So that is the reason this nakshatra is this Muhurat is very, very auspicious. So this is not only for today, for any day. Whenever something auspicious has to be done, so basically we use that specific Abhijit Muhurat, because it is always seems to be very, very auspicious.
अभिजित नक्षत्र वो होता है, जैसे रोहिणी नक्षत्र है, मघा नक्षत्र।
लेकिन आज का जो, अगर स्पेसिफिकली हम आज की बात करते हैं, तो आज ये मार्गशिरा नक्षत्र है।
मार्गशिरा नक्षत्र क्यों चुना गया?
उससे कहते हैं कि डियर जिसे कहते हैं। तो आज का जो है, जो ऑस्पिशियस टाइम है, और जो आज के नक्षत्र, आज दो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट योग भी बन रहे हैं। लाइक टुडे वी हैव इंद्र योग एज वेल एज वी हैव सर्वार सिद्धि योग. सो बोथ दीज yogas are also very auspicious, specifically if we talk about today. And even in Sri Ram's Kundli, maximum of the planets were like Uch planets. So very auspicious day, which has we have been waiting from many years. I would say more than 500 years. It was the struggle of many people, as well as it has been a very remarkable day, since it has been linked with the sentiments of all the Hindus, not only in India, as well as people who are located overseas across the globe. So very auspicious day. And I would also say that Sri Ram has taught us many things in life. Sri Ram has taught us, how to stay patient in life, how to stay disciplined in life, how to stay victorious in life. His commitment towards his marriage, his commitments towards relationships. Also, we have seen in Ramayana, his commitments towards his father. And so victorious, and being victorious in every situation, besides staying, not to react, and staying calm and taking everybody along with you, along with the concept of personalization, where he gives, Sri Ram gives importance to each and every person that comes in his journey. So finally, the day has come. This was like, this battle was really not.
वन्या जी, it's time for a break. लेकिन मैं लौट के जब मैं आऊँगा, I would really like to ask you, श्री राम की कुंडी क्या है? एक आपने जिक्र किया, और आज ये दो योग कैसे बन रहे हैं? But let me tell you, I'm also joined by Sadhvi Pragya and author Neena Rai. A very warm welcome to both of you. I'll be back in a minute, and then we'll again come to this conversation on Pran Pratishtha and what does this day mean for this country.
अयोध्या की महिमा तो खुद प्रभु श्री राम ने कही है। जन्मभूमि मम पुरी सुहावनी।
जय सिया राम, जय सिया राम।
So I'm also joined by Sadhvi Pragya and Neena Rai, author of the amazing Ayodhya. A very warm welcome to both of you. Neena, when we talk about Ayodhya, I think it's beyond purely religious significance now. I think it's primarily now located in that cultural and national consciousness. It's like a binding thing now.
Yes,
It's just
it
not
is.
a
You're
temple
right.
anymore.
Jai Shri Ram to everybody. Jai Shri Ram to everybody. Yes, it has come in our national consciousness. This is not only an event for Hindus now. This is an event for the whole world. This is an event for all of India. This has become a Rashtra event. One more thing I would want to say, that first time when Diwali was celebrated, then Ramji came back home after 14 years of Vanvas. This time, when Ramji is coming, he's coming after 500 years of Vanvas. So this is an absolute grand, epic moment for us, and we all are welcoming it with open arms. We all are so excited and so joyous. And you were asking about Pran Pratishtha, Ramji ki Kundli, and every other things. I'm happy to even answer those for you. I've sent you an image.
Please go ahead.
Shows you the Ramji ki Kundli. And if you want, I can tell you about the Pran
Please go
Pratishtha.
ahead. Please go ahead.
So Ramji ki Kundli jo thi, wo, in which all the planets were in their Uच्च Sthan. He was born when Cancer was in the Lagna. So we have something called the Lagna or the ascendant, which decides the physical body of a person. So whenever we have Cancer or Leo in the Lagna, that is a royal birth. We see that these people become royals in their families, in their clans, Leo and Cancer. So he's born in Cancer, and in the time when he is born in Cancer, he's born in Punarvasu Nakshatra. I've actually sent a picture of the Kundli to William, and you can ask him to display it on the screen as well, so that everybody can get to know the Kundli of Ram Bhagwan. Another thing I want to tell you is that at that point when he was born, Jupiter and Chandrama, Jupiter and Moon were in the Lagna. He had, so that is a very good yoga. Whenever you have Jupiter in the Lagna, that shows that the person is a dharmic person. And even today, when we are doing this, I think Jupiter is in the Lagna because Jupiter is in Aries as of now. So it is a great time for religious ceremonies. The yogs, the yogs that the previous lady was talking about, the very well read astrologer was talking about, those yogs are specially chosen today, especially when the sun has gone into Uttarayan. They are chosen today because anything done during these Lagna, any new work started during this Lagna yields auspicious results. So that does get completed. So whatever task you want to finish, you must do in these Siddhi yogs and in these yogs. So that is one thing. And when it comes to Pran Pratishtha, one of the things that I want to make clear to a lot of people, because there are numerous questions asked, what is Pran Pratishtha? What do you mean by Pran Pratishtha? Please understand that whenever we say that somebody dies, we say in Hindi or in Sanskrit, uska dehant ho gaya hai. That means that deh ka ant ho gaya hai, which means that the physical body has ended, that has stopped. Now, whenever, and another thing that we say is, uske pran pakheru ud gaye hain. So, deh ant, the end of the human body, and pran pakheru. So, the soul is the human body is a vehicle for the soul for this planet, or for that matter, any other planet. Atma, Paramatma is already in the universe, but in order to be on Bhumi, in order to be on earth, it needs a vehicle. Atma is Ajar and Amar. That means Atma never dies and Atma never grows old. Therefore, Atma can be invoked in a statue through particular means. For that, we do Ahvahan, so we call the Atma. Then we do Nyas, wherein we imbibe the statue with all the Indriya, the Shaktiya, and the soul, and we seal it, we consecrate it so that the negative energies do not trouble it. And then we do Dhyan. This is very, very, very small. I'm giving an explanation to everybody. So whenever we, many more Pandits will be able to explain it better. And I'm just giving it briefly for people to understand. Another thing I want to take your attention to is that the human body is made up of 5 koshas, in which the Annamaya Kosh is called the Deh. And the soul resides in the Annamaya Kosh through consecration of Pran in the human body. And therefore, we mimic the same process for a statue. And after that, it becomes a murti, a Pran Pratisthit murti. Another thing I want to say is when this is done, there are many processes in this. And when we bring God in, one of the most interesting is when they open the eyes. So if you would have seen the images, the eyes of the Lord are covered. So in the beginning, you bathe the murti, you clean the murti, and then once you imbibe it, once you start imbibing it with the energy, the netra, it becomes so powerful. That's if it's Pran Pratishtha, if clearly done, well done, when they show a mirror, when it is done, the mirror cracks because there's so much energy in the murti. And so whenever a pilgrim goes, or whenever a devotee goes, it is advised that they first look at the feet of the Lord, of the murti, and then they look at the eyes. And this is one reason, because the murti has so much energy. Whenever people look at the eyes of the murti or the murti itself, they get hypnotized. They because of the energy of the murti, because of the energy that has been imbibed in the murti. This is done by nyasa. And remember, the human body, all the humans, when they are born, they're already born with pran. So when we die, we say pran pakheru ur gaye, deh ka ant ho gaya. That means the body is no longer going to work. For this, we have to imbibe, call upon God, please come and please be in the murti. I hope that has become somewhat clear for you. If it is not clear, I can explain it a little more.
Oh, no, absolutely. I think I'm also joined by Sadhvi Pragya. I think I'll be joined by Sadhvi Pragya a little later. But then, I think there are 2 more things. One is that the auspiciousness. Can you, Nina, can you take us through those 2? The auspicious muhurts or not muhurts, yogs that have formed today.
So there is Sarva Siddhi Yoga, the two yogas she has already taken the name of. And then we have Abhijit Muhurt. So Abhijit Muhurt is the Muhurt in which all the inauspiciousness that can happen in a day, it is removed, it is forgiven, it is totally cleansed. Therefore, it is a very pavitra Muhurt. The other yogas that she was mentioning, like I stated before, anything done in those yogas yields auspicious results. Anything done in this time will get completion. So there's one Sarva Siddhi Yoga and there's another yoga that has been mentioned. And so for any auspicious work, for beginning any auspicious work, these two yogas are chosen. And we also have to remember that the sun should be in Uttarayan when this is happening. Uttarayan, moving into Uttarayan means that the Makar Sankranti has taken place. Makar Sankranti means when the sun during Kharwas, which is in Sagittarius, moves into Capricorn. And so we are seeing, we have seen 14th January, 15th January, we had Makar Sankranti, we've moved to that auspicious time. We have Abhijit Muhurt when this will start. We have Sarv Siddhi Yoga and Indra Yoga, they are the two yogas wherein new auspicious beginnings should start.
Okay, all of you please stay with me. It's time for a short break because it's a momentous day. I'll tell you who all have been called there. There's a small, I would say, a nagri that has also been built in Ayodhya, a place everyone is going to, they must have stayed yesterday, maybe they'll stay tonight. So it's an entire congregation which is there in Ayodhya, and this ceremony will be telecasted live all over the world. Globally, this ceremony is going to be telecasted live. People can watch this ceremony from their homes. It's enough.
Even they can go to cinema halls to.
They can go to cinema halls. They can go to the community center. They can go to the nearby temple. And it's not that every leader of Bharatiya Janata Party is there. Amit Shah is going to be in Delhi. JP Nadda has been deployed somewhere else. So it's not that everyone goes to Ayodhya. Limited people have gone to Ayodhya. Anandiben Patel being the governor, Yogi Adityanath, who's the chief minister, prime minister, the people associated with the trust. So it's a huge planning has gone into it. There are books that have been out. People have chronicled the so-called last 25-30 years when VHP and RSS took over the Andolan. Though there have been number of Andolans for Ram Janambhoomi, but this proved to be pivotal. All that after a short break.
खुद प्रभु श्री राम ने कही है, जन्मभूमि मम पुरी सुहावनी।
जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम।
Bangalore traffic is an example of something that has gone wrong with our system.
We have more than 50 flyovers in Bangalore city. If flyover is a solution to traffic problem, Bangalore should not have traffic problem.
According to TomTom Traffic Index 2022, Bangalore is ranked as the second worst city in the world when it comes to traffic.
The speed limit at the ORR is 80 kilometers per hour, but our vehicle has only moved 10 kilometers per hour.
What Bangalore needs is a surgery, but what we have been offered repeatedly are band-aids.
Only on the world's first news OTT. News9 Plus, ahead of the curve.
How do you fulfill that promise? Because ultimately expectations have to be met. If you look at the political landscape, is it really changing for women? And what is the inability of the forces that dead bodies surface but not the living people?
जानना है तो देखिए, समझना है तो सुनिए, सीखना है तो पूछिए, और कमाना है तो खरीदिए। जानकारी, सलाह और निवेश सब एक ही सुपर ऐप पर। पैसे का सवाल है तो जवाब है Money9। आजादी पैसे की, अभी डाउनलोड करें।
महिमा तो खुद प्रभु श्री राम ने कही है। जन्मभूमि मम पुरी सुहावनी।
जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम।
And let me go straight away to Sadhvi Pragya. She has been very patiently waiting with us since morning. Good morning to you. Sadhvi ji, ये कितना बड़ा अनुष्ठान है आज?
Good morning, Kartikeya ji. And first of all, I'd like to wish everyone joy and blessings on the auspicious occasion of the homecoming of Lord Ram at the much awaited Ram Mandir. May this sacred moment bring peace, prosperity and harmony to all, and happy celebrations and homecoming of Lord Ram. And also, I wish everyone happy Diwali to all fellow Indians across the globe who will be celebrating this big day today on the occasion of Lord Ram's homecoming. आपने पूछा कितना बड़ा दिन है ये, कार्तिकेय जी. Actually, I'd say to start with, in the heart of Ayodhya, a city that bore the weight of 500 years of struggle, sacrifice and dedication, a radiant dawn has finally broken. Today is not just a day, it's an emotional crescendo, a poignant symphony of redemption and triumph. The joy that pervades the air is monumental, a testament to the resilience of a sacred city on the banks of Saryu. With the break of a new dawn in Ayodhya, the heart of every Indian swells with an overwhelming mix of joy and gratitude. I would say it's not just sunlight that bathes the sacred city. It is the radiance of divine blessings, a celestial embrace that signifies a birth of hope and spiritual resurgence. And this isn't merely Ayodhya's victory, you know. It is a resounding triumph for the soul of India. It marks the culmination of a spiritual odyssey, a journey of countless Ram Bhakts whose unwavering devotion and tireless efforts have transformed a dream into a reality. It's not just a victory, it's a testament to the resilience of an entire civilization. As Ayodhya basked in the glow of triumph, every Indian heart swells with pride, I would say. A pride that emanates not from arrogance, but from the profound realization that this achievement is a collective victory of the people. It is a win for the countless Ram Bhakts who poured their hearts into prayers, a win of the Ram Mandir Andolan, a movement born from the collective spirit of the people, fueled by their love and devotion for Lord Ram. Everyone has waited so long, and I would say today the air is filled not only with the echoes of victory, but also with the harmonious melody of prayers answered and dreams fulfilled.
Ji, when we talk about Ayodhya, there is one part which is about return of Lord Ram. But Ayodhya also represents a very plural culture, whether Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, they all had some stake in Ayodhya. So Ayodhya as a town was also very cosmopolitan.
Yes, Kartikeji, actually, I would like to mention about it since you have already spoken. I would say everybody, people from all the religion, from all walks of life, they are so happy celebrating today, this big day. And in the gentle glow of this dawn, Ayodhya emerges as a phoenix from the ashes of history, donning the robes of regained glory. The city's landscape, adorned with symbols of faith and devotion, narrates a poignant tale of revival, a tale etched with tears and prayers of countless Indians, And if a little I talk about the Pran Pratishtha ceremony also, because that's going to happen today. It's a big day for the entire country and the countrymen alike. So for the people who are interested to know about it, I little talk about it because Pran Pratishtha, this is often referred to as consecration ceremony. Or we can also call it infusion of life, is a significant ceremony in our Hindu culture, particularly in the context of consecrated and bringing divine energy to an idol or deity installed in the temple. And from today onwards, we won't call it idol. We'll be calling it Shri Vigraha of Ram Lalla, because we've infused divine energy into that idol, and the ceremony is conducted to invoke the divine presence in the deity. So the Pran Pratishtha ceremony is considered crucial because it is believed to transform the lifeless statue into a living, vibrant form of the deity. And there are certain rituals that we perform. Those we've already performed. It's been like 10 days already, and today is the final day. So purification rituals are there, mantras and chants are there, offerings and sacrifices being made, energy infusion that we've already spoken about, and aarti and blessings. And then finally, the ceremony concludes with the performance of ceremonial waving of lights, which we call aarti, and seeking the blessings of the consecrated deity, that is Shri Vigraha of Ram Lalla, and devotees all over. They believe that the consecrated Shri Vigraha becomes a focal point for divine energy and blessings. And not only that, whatever you pray, he listens, and not only listens, but answers your prayers as well. And Lord Ram, who's in the form of a child and will be seated on a lotus pedestal, has now been enshrined in the Garbhagriha. Garbhagriha, that is Sanctum Sanctorum. We all will witness this beautiful and enchanting darshan today.
Okay. During a break, both me and Brijesh were discussing, and this is a question to Vanya. When Neena was speaking about the Kundli of Lord Ram, and so, both of us was just thinking that if every planet is Vargottam, or if every planet is in its Mool Trikon, or if every planet is Uch, then how did so much of struggle came about? Can you just take us through that?
Yeah, sure. So Kartike, well, that was a fantastic question. So yes, we agree, all the planets in the Sri Ram Kundli were Uch, especially if I talk about Lagan, it was Kark Lagan Kundli. And in that, it was Guru and Chandrama together, which actually makes a Gaj Kesari Yug, which actually gave Bhagwan Ram a lot of wisdom, lot of intellect and a lot of knowledge, but like the Lagn was also Kark Lagn. So like from my experience, I've seen a lot of struggles into the life of people, especially into the Kark Lagn, though multiple Greh were like Uch Greh in that specific Kundli, but since he has gone through a lot of struggles, apart from that, there were so many other Raj Yogas in Kundli, as I mentioned, Gaj Kesari Yog, which actually it's a very good Raj Yoga, and especially when it is in Lagan, it is like getting formed in Lagan part. So if you see the like qualities of Sri Ram and the fame that he has taken, like Chandrama being like it's Apni Rashi, like we have number 4 specifically in the chart, and the Rashi of Chandrama is also number 4. So I would like to explain like this, like when I am sitting in my own house, so I will be more comfortable rather than when I'll go outside and sit in someone's house. So that also has made this chart very auspicious. But yes, definitely there have been shadow planets, there have been Rahu, there have been Ketu in that specific Kundli, the Drishti of the planets, like, whatever the negative planets that we have into the Kundli, wherever they are putting Drishti, or a particular planet is sitting with some negative planet, or a planet is sitting in his enemy's house. So there have been a lot of permutations and combinations that we actually check when we actually go through a chart. There have been different yogas, some are positive, some gives positive results, some give negative results. So you are absolutely right. Yes, this, like, Sri Ram has struggled a lot, and today being the like very auspicious day, and with so many yogas, today we have Kurm Yoga also, which is very good from Lord Vishnu perspective, and because from Vastu Shastra perspective is also very good. So Surya is in Uttarayan, which actually signifies that the yog that has happened today will give lot of fame to this specific temple, and the dharmic karyas that have been happening in this temple. It will go like till long, and Pran Pratishtha day, like being infusion of life into the Lord, and the Lord being there have been a lot of rituals, there have been chanting, there have been, we will already these rituals are going on from 16th of January. And Lord Ram Lala, like a 5 years like child that has been, we can see in this idol.
Yes. This reminds me of a discussion, I was having with Hemant Sharma ji on his book. So I said, choose between Krishna and Ram, and he just looked at me. So he said Ram. So I said, why? He said कि Ram पूजनीय भी हैं और अनुकरणीय भी हैं. So there are gods जो पूजनीय हैं, उनकी आप पूजा कर सकते हैं, लेकिन जो राम है वो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम, अनुकरणीय भी हैं. यानी आप उनकी तरह से अपनी जीवन शैली को ढाल सकते हैं, आपको उनकी तरीके से अपनी जीवन शैली को ढालना चाहिए. Other gods can be mischievous also, but there was no mischievousness when it came to Lord Ram. That was a question in the sandarbh of Krishna being the Purna avatar of Vishnu, and Ram preceded him. Sharma ji, आप हैं अभी भी मेरे साथ? रतनलाल जी
हूं मैं.
जी. तो आपने शुरुआत तो बहुत सुंदर तरीके से की, बहुत सारे सोहर हैं, भजन है, लोकगीत हैं. आपका सबसे प्रिय कौन सा है भगवान राम के लिए?
मेरा जो सबसे प्रिय तो श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारुण. ये आप कहें तो मैं सुनाऊं?
बिल्कुल. मुझे लगता है कि बात से ज्यादा जो वंदना की शक्ति है उसका वो बेजोड़ है.
श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारुण नव कंज लोचन कंज मुख कर कंज पद कंजारुण. श्री राम चंद्र कृपालु भज मन कंदर्प अगणित अमित छवि नव
नील नीरद सुंदरो पट पीत मानव तड़ित रुचि सुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरो श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन भजु दीन बंधु दिनेश दानव दैत्य वर्ष निकंदनो रघुनंदयानंद कंद कौशल चंद्र दशरथ नंदनो श्री राम चंद्र कृपालु भज मन सिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदारु अंग विभूषण आजानु भुज शर चाप धर संग्राम जित खर दूषण श्री राम चंद्र कृपालु भज मन इति वदति तुलसी दास शंकर शेष मुनि मन रंजन मम हृदय कंज निवास कुरु कामादि खलदल गंजन श्री राम चंद्र कृपालु भज मन राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम रामाय राम भद्राय रामचंद्राय वेद से रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम श्री राम राम रघुनंदन राम राम श्री राम राम भरताग्रज राम राम श्री राम राम रणकर्कश राम राम श्री राम राम शरणं भव राम राम श्री रामचंद्र चरणों मनसा स्मरामि श्री रामचंद्र चरणों वचसा गृह्णामि श्री रामचंद्र चरणों शिरसा नमामि श्री रामचंद्र चरणों शरणं प्रपद्ये राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम माता रामो मत्पिता रामचंद्र स्वामी रामो मत्सखा रामचंद्र सर्वस्व में रामचंद्रो दयालु नान्यं जाने नैव जाने न जाने राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम सीताराम 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 सीताराम
बहुत सुंदर, मतलब बहुत बहुत सुंदर।
Seriously.
मतलब सच में, मतलब मुझे नहीं लगता कि वैसे जितने भी हमारे गेस्ट आए सबने बहुत अच्छी बात की, लेकिन आपके बिना ये शर्मा जी शो पूरा नहीं होता। मतलब जिसे कह सकते हैं, एक तो होता है किसी चीज़ पे चर्चा करना, और दूसरा होता है कि आप उसके
समा बांध देना,
आप उसके मूड में आ जाएं, कहने का मतलब है वो जो भक्ति भाव है। लेकिन एक मेरी भी रिक्वेस्ट है आपसे, मुझे पता है आप क्लासिकल सिंगर हैं, लेकिन जब आप बड़े होते हैं तो आपका प्रभाव, जिसे कहते हैं ना कि पॉपुलर म्यूजिक का भी बहुत होता है। मुझे ठुमक चलत रामचंद्र बहुत पसंद है, आप सुना सकते हैं क्या?
ज्यादा नहीं, थोड़ा सुना सकता हूँ। ठुमक चलत रामचंद्र बाजत पैजनिया, ठुमक चलत रामचंद्र। मेरे ख्याल से मैंने सोचा कि जो ऐसे पद लूं जो गाए नहीं गए हैं, तो मैं एक आपको
बिल्कुल।
जब माँ कौशल्या जी इंतजार कर रही थी भगवान राम का कि वो कब आएंगे, तो वो मैं आपको वो सुनाता हूँ, आप कहें तो।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
सगुन मनावती माता बैठी, कब आई है मेरे बाल कुशल घर, कहू कागा पूरी बाता, सगुन मनावती माता बैठी, दूध भात की दौनी दे हो, सोने चोच मढ़ाई हो, जब सिय सहित बिलो की नयन भरी, राम लखन उरलई हो, सगुन मनावती माता बैठी, अवधि समीप जानि जननी जिय, अति आतुर अकुलानी, गणक भुलाए पाय परिपूछति, प्रेम मगन मृदुबानी, सगुन मनावती माता बैठी, ते अवसर को भरत निकट ते, समाचार लई आयो, प्रभु आगमन सुनत, प्रभु आगमन सुनत तुलसी मनो, मीन मरत जल पायो, सगुन मनावती माता, प्रभु आगमन, प्रभु आगमन, प्रभु आगमन, प्रभु आगमन सुनत तुलसी मनो, मीन मरत जल पायो, मीन मरत जल पायो। थैंक यू। you.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm really falling short of words, Ratan Mohan Sharma ji. I'm really falling short of words. Today is a very important day. I think more than the words, I think the feelings which this a billion strong country has for Ayodhya and Lord Ram. I don't think it requires any verbal summing up. This is a continuous coverage on News9, on Ayodhya, on the Pran Pratishtha ceremony, which is going to take place at 12:20. Then we'll have a speech from the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The RSS Sanghachalak Mohan Bhagwat is also expected to speak. It's going to be a big day. It's going to be a short ceremony, but the day has huge significance on Indian history. It's a milestone, there are many aspects of
40 minutes of that ceremony is
there are many aspects of it, yes, and I'll take you through all those points. Yesterday when I was speaking with Hindol, he used the word Second Republic because, first time the private and public has merged in the Indian narrative. This is very different from what was there in 52. Those are all points of debate, but today is the day of celebration. It's time for a short break, and I will be back. Then I'll take you through the legal, the historical, the political journey, which eventually culminated in today's Pran Pratishtha. After a short break.
अयोध्या की महिमा तो खुद प्रभु श्री राम ने कही है। जन्मभूमि मम पुरी सुहावनी। जय श्री राम।